A root canal is one of those dental procedures that sounds much worse than it actually is. Just hearing the name can make you imagine a dentist drilling deep into your tooth, somehow reaching its roots and doing something incredibly painful. But what is actually happening inside that tooth? Why does it need to be treated in the first place? And if the dentist removes the nerve, what happens to the tooth afterward? The answers are surprisingly interesting, because a root canal isn't really about destroying a tooth, it's about saving one. So let's go inside the tooth and find out what exactly happens during a root canal treatment right here, on History of Simple Things. From the outside, a tooth looks like one solid piece of hard material, but it's actually made of several layers. The outer layer is enamel, the hardest substance in the human body. Beneath it is dentin, which makes up most of the tooth, and deep in the center is the pulp. The pulp is soft tissue containing nerves, blood vessels, and connective tissue. When a tooth is developing, the pulp helps nourish it. But once the tooth is fully formed, it isn't essential for keeping the tooth functional. That's important because a root canal essentially removes this internal tissue. But why would anyone need to remove it? Normally, the pulp is safely protected by enamel and dentin, but a deep cavity can gradually eat through those protective layers. A crack can provide another pathway for bacteria. Trauma can also damage the pulp, even if the tooth looks relatively normal from the outside. Eventually, bacteria can reach the pulp and trigger inflammation, and this is where tooth pain can become particularly intense. The pulp is trapped inside the hard walls of the tooth. It doesn't have much room to expand when inflammation causes swelling. Pressure can build inside this confined space and irritate the nerves. That's why an infected tooth can produce a severe throbbing pain or become extremely sensitive to hot and cold. But there's an interesting twist. Sometimes an infected tooth stops hurting. That might sound like good news, but it isn't necessarily. If the pulp becomes severely damaged, the nerve tissue can eventually die. Once that happens, the tooth may stop responding normally to temperature and other sensations. The pain can disappear because the tissue responsible for producing those sensations is no longer functioning. But the bacteria may still be there. The infection can continue moving through the root canals and into the tissues surrounding the tooth. So a tooth becoming painless doesn't always mean the underlying problem has healed. At this point, the dentist may recommend a root canal to remove the damaged tissue and save the tooth. The procedure begins much like other dental treatments. The dentist numbs the area with local anesthetic and usually places a dental dam around the tooth to keep it isolated from saliva and bacteria. Then a small opening is made through the tooth to reach the pulp chamber. The damaged or infected pulp is carefully removed. The dentist then uses tiny instruments to clean and shape the narrow canals running through the roots. Special cleaning solutions help disinfect the inside. And once the canals have been properly cleaned, they're filled with a rubber-like material called gutta percha and sealed. The tooth itself isn't removed. In fact, that's the whole point. The dentist is trying to preserve the outer structure of the natural tooth while eliminating the problem inside it. And that job is more complicated than it might sound. You might imagine a root canal as a simple hollow tube running straight down the middle of the root, but real teeth aren't always that cooperative. Root canals can be extremely narrow, curved, flattened, or even divided into smaller branches. Different teeth have different internal anatomy, and the exact arrangement can vary from person to person. So the dentist isn't simply cleaning out one straight tunnel. They're working inside a tiny, irregular network where bacteria and damaged tissue can hide. This is why locating, cleaning, shaping, and sealing the canals requires precision. It's essentially a microscopic plumbing job, but inside a tooth. This is where the terminology can get confusing. The pulp is removed, so the tooth no longer contains its original nerves and blood vessels. But the entire tooth isn't simply dead. The tissues around the root are still alive. They connect the tooth to the surrounding bone and provide support. That's why you can continue using a root-treated tooth for chewing. The tooth has lost its internal pulp, but its outer structure remains in place and can continue functioning. There is, however, another problem. A tooth requiring a root canal has often already lost a significant amount of its structure because of decay, cracks, or previous dental work. And some teeth, particularly molars, experience enormous forces during chewing. So after the root canal, the dentist may recommend a crown. A crown covers the remaining tooth and helps protect it from breaking under normal chewing forces. The root canal deals with the infected or damaged tissue inside. The restoration protects the tooth afterward. If an infected pulp is left untreated, the infection can spread beyond the tooth through the root and into the surrounding tissues. This can lead to an abscess, swelling, pain, and damage to the bone around the tooth. Eventually, the tooth may become impossible to save. That leaves extraction as another option. And this is one reason root canals are actually considered a tooth-saving procedure. Instead of removing the entire tooth, the dentist removes the damaged internal tissue and preserves the natural structure that's still usable. A root canal is essentially a repair job taking place inside one of the smallest and most complicated structures in your body. A tooth becomes damaged or infected. The dentist creates a tiny opening, removes the affected pulp, cleans and disinfects the internal canals, seals them, and restores the tooth. The goal isn't to destroy the tooth, it's to save it. And that's perhaps the most surprising part of the whole procedure. What sounds like an aggressive operation is actually an attempt to preserve something you already have. A natural tooth that, with proper treatment and restoration, can continue doing its job for many years. So the next time you hear the words root canal, remember that the dentist isn't simply drilling into your tooth, they're going inside it to give the tooth a chance to stay. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.